Hey y'all, so I'm gonna get right into it. As you can see, we got Lietel, Martella Holt, and we got Fraud Los, the Lion King, because he lies so much. On the screen, as you can see, Martell decided to do his interview with Carlos. He claims in the interview that he didn't do one last season because he stopped doing interviews for whatever reason, but he felt like doing it this year. Who knows? Maybe because they're in cahoots, allegedly. Who knows? LieLos King loves to persuade people to do things. You see, he's very manipulative. So he probably gassing Martell up right now, making him feel like he's justified in all his actions. And it's ridiculous. I'm quite frankly tired of it. I think everybody's kind of tired of it. And even in the interview, Carlos is, well, you know what? We're going to get on Martella Hope, the stunt queen. We're going to get on Martella first. Martella got in this interview and lied profusely on Melody again, saying that she was defying the courts, which I don't believe. I think he's just trying to smear her name again. I don't think she defied the courts because I don't think she would do something dumb. The person who usually does dumb stuff is him. I think that he knows that she's being a little bit more discreet about the court details, so he wants to put his lies out there, per usual, to, kind of make her look bad. But he claims that they now are having a better time co-parenting because, the court is forcing Melody to do this, that, and the third, and that Melody calls him to let him know when she's out of town and vice versa, and it's just been working out, which I don't even believe that. And if she is doing that, she's probably doing it to show how stupid you are. She's probably doing it to let everybody know, like, okay, I can do these things, and it's still not going to please him. He's still going to have an issue. He's still going to create something new because it's not about the children. It's not about the babysitters, him lying, saying that it's 20-something babysitters. It's not about all the lies, Martella. Because what it's really about is Martell's obsession with Melody. And not only his sick obsession with her, in my opinion, it's about his obsession with control and controlling her. It really seems like he looks at her as his property. Not even just as a woman, a mother, but as his property that he can control. This is what this is all about, and it's clear as day. And one thing about Martella that I've noticed from watching the show is when he is a horrible liar, but he lies a lot. I've never seen somebody, be this bad at lying and still lie so much. Anytime he's lying, he can't ever look straight ahead. He has to look around and start to fidget and do self-soothing methods because it's ridiculous. It's just like that one scene when Melody was like, well, you were just texting me the other day saying that you wanted me back. And he was like, no, I never said I want to be back with you or married you. And as he was denying it, he couldn't even look her in the eyes. He kept looking around like, I said the only way I would be back with you is for the kids. Looking around, couldn't look straight ahead. Boy, because you're lying and you didn't even want to say those words. We know that you're obsessed with Melody, Martella. We know that, and she clocked it perfectly. She said she wished that she had her kids by a man and not a queen. I'm so happy that she decided to use that verbiage. And I hope nobody was offended by that because it's the truth. A real man, if the divorce went through, a real man would not be doing this stuff. He would just move on. But he is giving very much queen vibes, and I'm happy that she called it out. I'm so happy that this season Melody has been showing more receipts to prove Martell wrong and to kind of expose his lies so people could see through his mess, because ironically, a lot of people were at some point starting to act like they were believing Martella, and believing her lies, the Queen Martella's lies. And it was just I don't understand how anyone in their right mind could not see through him and his lies. It's clear as day. But I think it's just, like I said, people's disdain for Melody, and it's typically women who don't have the ability to stand up like that, and women who would let a man do whatever to them just because they want a man and don't care about it. Those are the kind of women that get mad at Melody. And of course, men would not want to advocate for Melody because most of these men out here enjoy the kind of stuff that Martell does and do the same things and condone that kind of stuff. So they need to speak out more, but they don't, because they would rather a woman be, timid and not really speak up for herself or stand up for herself, which is sad. But yeah, so Melody showed the recording to Tiffany of, her daughter calling him saying, "Hey, are you going to pick me up, after the party?" And he was like, "Oh, no, I'm not going to pick it up," BS. And it was just sad. Like, so you decided to make a whole scene for the show, which who knows if Fraudlos the fraud asked him to do that, probably, and just, paid him some extra little money on the side. They do that in reality, but probably asked him to come to the event and act a fool. And then afterwards, he didn't even want to get his daughter. That's why we all say it's not about his children. He's just using his children, unfortunately, as pawns against Melody, who is his real obsession. He only had all these kids with her to control her, at the end of the day. But yeah, and he did all that just to not even pick her up. And then in the interview with Carlos, he said that he got her a gift. And the only reason he mentioned that was because everybody in the comments was like, "You came to the party with no gift in hand." He knows he didn't get her no gift. He came to the party empty-handed. That's clear as day. But of course, he has to try to make himself look good. But he got exposed. Melody exposed the recording of him saying he wasn't picking his daughter up. And she also exposed the phone records of having a conversation with him prior to the party saying that he could not come and that he was not invited. He keeps saying that Mariah invited him and that Melody told her to. Well, she pulled the receipts of her having a phone conversation with him, telling him he was not invited beforehand. So we have to really stop feeding into his lies. I think everybody needs to stop enabling it. It's funny, but it's like, hold him accountable. He's a liar and he's a manipulator, in my opinion. So let's get into his fake PR relationship with Sheree. She's an idiot. I think that Sheree is really dumb as a pail of rocks, in my opinion. I don't think that the elevator is going all the way up to the top floor when it pertains to Sheree. You would think that in her late 50s, almost 60s, she would be sick and tired of allowing men to play her like a fiddle over and over again and humiliate her. But I don't think that she ever gets tired. Some of these women don't get tired because, like I said in my last video, some of these women, and I guess that applies to older women as well, clearly, just want D. And they don't care who it's from, how they can get it. If they want a little hot D because they dried up down. Okay, well, let me not go that far. But a lot of these women will do anything for D, and it's clear as day. And it seems like Sheree is one of those women, and it's sad. But think about it. She was with Bob Whitfield, who looks like a tree monster, in my opinion. Because she thought he had a little bit of money. And look how he played her. He didn't even have an attorney in court at some point, and he still beat Sheree in court because she's just that dumb. So this shouldn't be a surprise. Not only is Sheree not smart, Sheree is also desperate. And, that's how a Martella Holt, a narcissist like him, can come and play a game with Sheree or even get involved in this kind of situation with her because they're both desperate. Desperate people link up and do desperate things, especially for television and money. It's no secret. Sheree might have the chateau finally after 10 years of building it because she didn't have the funds. She might have the home now, but she definitely, without Bravo, does not make much money. Clear as day. Bravo is the ones who helped her get She by Sheree going, and I still don't even think anybody's buying it. And like Kenya said, the only other stuff she's selling is Who Gon' Check Me Boo t-shirts, and those are tired and through. So, Sheree doesn't have much money. She's obviously desperate for it, and Martell, clear as day, doesn't either. And they both are just like holding on by a thread to stay relevant, and that's what they're doing. And so whoever hooked them up, which I think it was LieLos King, in my opinion, I think it was him who hooked it up because he loves drama. And from his previous shows that he's done, we've seen that Carlos doesn't mind going far for television. He was part of that stuff with Mimi Faust and Jocelyn and all the crazy stuff they used to do because he likes going as far as you will let him go. He sees that they're desperate, so he's going to link them up, clear as day. And it benefits them both, I guess. So, okay, y'all, I'm not going to go too long about this because y'all know I could go in on them all day. But comment down below and let me know what you think about everything I said. You know, whether you think this relationship with them is real, fake, what you think about the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and what you think about Martell's interview with LieLos King. Comment down below. I'm going to be looking for it. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so I can keep going with this, and like the video. Bye.